I'm back. I am doing a quick hair tutorial on this look. This is probably one of my most requested looks that I get. Whenever I post my clients on Instagram, I am either doing this technique or with the Numi wand, and people are always asking me how to do it. I have done similar hair tutorials in the past, but I thought I would do another one. Keep in mind, everyone will always ask on my shorter, like my bobs that I do, how I get this look. It's the exact same technique that I do on any length of hair. So I'm not doing a separate, type of technique when the hair is at the chin. I do the same technique I used on my hair today. So this is it. If you want to know how I got this look, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is use some dry shampoo. Today I'm using, this is actually my first time using it, Amica Perk Up Dry Shampoo. Now I did shampoo my hair yesterday, or actually last night, but I just want to add a little bit of volume and soak up any oils that may have developed overnight. All right. So once I get done with that, for this look, I'm going to brush out my natural wave. Okay, so once I get that brushed out, I'm just going to section off my hair. This is key. You will have so much more control if you section your hair off. Okay, so before I curl, I'm gonna spray a kind of prep spray, heat protectant spray. This is the Aquage Beyond Body Thermal Spray. I use this on most of my clients before I curl their hair. So I'll spray it on a section, kind of brush through it. All right, so I'll take a section. Now, little trick that I do, depending on the texture of the hair, is I'll go over the section first, quickly, the ends, with the iron to smooth it out. I've got a little bit of gnarly ends, so just real quick, I'm gonna flip my iron over so that I can apply pressure, go down the ends just real quick, just to smooth them out. Now, this is a 1 1/4 Hot Tools iron. I start in the middle, wrap it around, then I continue to wrap it, leaving a few inches out at the end and a couple inches at the base. I'm holding the iron vertically, and then when I release, I just let go of the clamp softly, and it leaves a curl like this. All right, usually what I do is I'll alternate sections. So this next section of hair, same thing, I'll smooth out the ends. Now this first section I did away from the face. This one I'm going to do towards the face. For this kind of look that I'm going for the beachy, kind of messy tousled waves, if you do everything in the same direction, they'll all bunch together into one big wave pattern, which is fine. And I do that sometimes, but for this look, I wanted them to be more separated. All right, so for me, I get really kinky curly in the back. So since I didn't blow dry my hair out straight or anything like that, I had my natural wave the whole length with the curling iron just to get rid of some of that texture, and then I'll do the curl. In rule of thumb, I've said this before, you want to take sections no bigger than the iron. Again, remembering to alternate sections, or excuse me, directions. And again, I normally do everything close to my face, away from my face. And you don't have to do you don't have to alternate every section. You can do some away and then one towards, and vice versa. It's really not going to make that big of a deal. But like I said, for these pieces around my face, I like to do them away. Okay, so once I get to the top section, I'm gonna do a couple of things. Same as I have for all of them. I'm going to spray the thermal spray everywhere. Now I'm going to go in with a dry texture powder. This is from Unite. It's called Expand-A-Dust. This stuff is awesome. It does make your hair feel super gritty. So if you're one of those people that like to run your hands through it a lot, or you're weird about textures, you will not like this. I just like to sprinkle this in.
And I go over that top section that I haven't curled yet, and then I will just randomly lift up pieces that I've already curled and sprinkle that in. And then kind of shake it in with my fingers. Okay.
I always spend a little more time on the top layer than I do the rest, because clearly that is what you're going to see, you know, primarily. Okay, and a little tip. Now, I say this, you know, and I curl hair every day, but try to go as quickly as you can when you're clamping the hair. One of the biggest problems people run into, I feel like, is that they get a clamp mark from when you're putting it down in the middle of the hair at first. If you watch me, I'm still holding the spring, so it's not completely clamped. When I let go, I'm already turning and moving the wand, or excuse me, the barrel through the hair, so that you don't end up with a clamp mark. What happens is, especially at first, when you're first starting out, people will put it down, leave it because you're trying to figure out what you're doing, and then start wrapping. And that's when, I don't know if it's going to pick up, but you'll end up with a clamp mark. So I drop it and spin right away.
Okay, so I have my whole head curled. I've let it set a little bit to cool. I just take my fingers at first and kind of break it up.
Then I'll go in with a texture spray. My current favorite is Kenra Platinum Dry Texture Spray. This stuff is awesome. It smells so good too. I'll just kind of lift my hair up, scrunch it and separate it as I spray. See the difference? And I find you can't really use too much of this either. All right, so here it is. Here's the finished look. This is probably one of my most requested hair tutorials, most requested thing on my Instagram pictures, etc. is how I get these kind of beachy waves. So here it is. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching. Bye.